Okay, students, I hope you are all well and healthy and ready to learn new things. So, my name is Palak Patel. I am working in the Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari, in Civil Engineering Department. I am going to teach you the subject is Civil Engineering, Social and Global Impact. In this lecture, we will cover Module 3, Infrastructure. So in the previous lecture, we covered all these topics. Okay, water provision for future, we covered it. But in this lecture, we will cover telecommunication in needs in India, codes and standards, and methodology for ensuring sustainability. So shall we start? So first of all, you have to understand telecommunication. So telecommunication in India has greatly been supported by INSAT system of the country. Okay, INSAT system. We using INSAT system, satellite system. India possesses a diversified communication system. India possesses a diversified communication system. The telecom sector account for 6.5% of India's GDP in 2015. In 2050, India 6.5% India's GDP and employment 2.2 million people in the country. Give the employment 2.2 million people in the country. Same as various government programs such as Digital India, Smart City, BharatNet project, this will be used telecom infrastructure. So Digital India, Smart City, BharatNet project, by this we require telecom infrastructure. So we have to improve it. What here we use telecommunication towers. India need additional 1 lakh towers. We require additional 1 lakh towers to growing data and voice requirements. We require additional 1 lakh towers. But right now we have 4,61,000 mobile towers for a customer base 1.18 billion. Right? So we have what? We have Indus Towers, American Towers, Reliance Towers, Bharti Infrared, and GTL Infrared. We have this company which provide towers in India. And here is a concept about all the towers. Numbers of towers. Okay, these are the numbers of towers. Indus Towers have 1,22,920 towers. It's the numbers. It's the numbers. Okay, it's not effect on the country, but we have to encourage them to develop more and more towers in India. And right now we are using telecommunication cables. We are shifting from the wire cables, which is growing 50% using optical fibers. But there are some more changes. There's fiber to premises, fiber to home, fiber to building, and fiber optic cable. We are shifting from one to one. First of all, we have fiber to premises, then we shift fiber to home, then we shift fiber to building. Now we are shifting from fiber optic cables. Now by this shifting, we have to develop infrastructure. Now we are understand about codes and standards. Why we require codes? Assume India is rapidly urbanizing. Simple. India is developing. But develop will be unplanned. Can be unplanned and unregulated. And this will cause many more deficit in India. Many more problems in India. So we are need some regulation, some planning. And how it is happen? By a codes and standard, some legal framework, legal framework by a government. So India can be developed proper planning and with regulation. Now why we require infrastructure regulation? First of all, minimum service standard. We have to provide minimum service standard. We have to provide consumer protection. We have to provide sustainable development. We have to provide higher level of private partners participation structuring. We have to increase private participation. So when a private participation increase, that means they will be only focus on the profit. When private entity enter in the role, that means that private entity always focus on profit, maximum focus on the profit. So as well as we have to control it, we have to control private participation. If they involve, if they put their role in the development, means we have to provide some regulation on them. Now we have to create legal environment to minimize risk, limitation of competition market outcomes, and traffic setting. Right? These are the need for the infrastructure regulation. Now some regulation body we have to discuss when we construct a road. So there is a no regulation authority. Road have a no regulation authority. But NHAI, National Highway Authority of India, National Highway Authority of India is behave as a regulatory and operator. But there is no organization, there is no organization for the regulator of the road. Okay. Now we have some act like National Highway Act of India 1998, Central Road Fund 2000, the Control of National Highway, Land and Traffic Act 2002. These are the some regulation and codes which we introduced by a act, Now railway as operator and regulator, railway own as operator and regulator, and it will implement by Indian Railway Board Act 1905 and Railway Act 1989. Then after power is a regulator commission at center and state with very extensive function and power. Very extensive function and power. Means center and state have different regulator commission. Center have different, state have different, and they have very expensive function and powers. This will be act by Electricity Act 2003. Then after airport AERA act as a secretarial regulator and determine aeronautical traffic for a major airport. AERA act as a secretarial regulator and determine the aeronautical traffic for major airports. And this will be implemented by Aircraft Act 1934, Airport Authority of India Act 1994, Airport Economic Regulation Activity Act 2018. Then after telecom and internet, we use TRAI, TRAI, have been given the responsibility to regulate telecom and internet service provider. It will be focused on the provider, not on the user. Remember the things. There will be focus on the provider. Means a Reliance Industry, which provider Jio, Airtel, GTPL. I'm talking about Indian industry, okay? So this will be provider. They provide the internet to you. So there is a regulation on that provider, right? BTPL. Then after Telecom Regulatory Authority of India Act 1919. These are the Telecom Regulation Authority of India. Now we have some IS code related to infrastructure development. First, National Building Code of India 2060, INRC 5 2050, Standard Specification and Code of Practice for Road Bridges Section 1, IRC Indian Road Congress 6 2019, Indian Road Code 2006 2070, Standard Specification and Code of Practice for the Road Bridges Section 2, IRC 2021 2000, Standard Specification of Code of Practice for Road Bridges and Section 3, and IRC 104 what 1998, a tentative, look at here, it's a word, tentative guidelines for structural strength evolution of rigid add-filled pavement. So it will be not fixed, it's a tentative, means imaginary, it will be changed. Then IRC 104 1988 guideline for the environmental impact assessment of highway project, IRC 112 2011 code of practice for a concrete road bridges. These are the IS code, you don't have to remember all the names here. Okay? Then we have the methodology for ensuring sustainability. Methodology for ensuring sustainability. First, green building initiative. For the maintenance sustainability means we have to provide green building. So what is a green building initiatives? Green building initiative is creating sustainable resources efficient buildings. Means building can generate own energy by using own resources. Okay, their goal is to establish a standard of best practice for green buildings globally. We have to focus on green building initiative. Architectural design. So three principles of sustainable architectures are economy of resources, life cycle design and human design. Economy of resources means what? Reduction, reuse and recycle of natural resources then are input to a building. This is responsibility of the architecture. Life cycle design means it provide a methodology for analyzing the building process and its impact on the environment. It provide a methodology for analyzing the building process and impact on the environment. And human design means it focus on the interaction between human and the natural world. These are the three pillars of architecture. Now we have some materials. How we call this material sustainable? So we have some performance. We have understand their performance like locally produced material. We use locally produced material means this is sustainable material. Transportation cost will be low, not high, will be low. Environmental impact will be less. Thermal energy will be less. Occupant need will be less. Health consideration will be more. Physical viability will be less. Financial viability will be less. Recyclability of building material will be high. Wastage of population generation is less. Energy requirement will be less. Use of renewable sources is high. Toxic emission generator is nil, zero, nil. Maintenance cost will be less. So by this condition, we can say this is the sustainable material and we can use it. Then after we have some sustainable construction techniques. So sustainable construction technique, first of all, more and new construction technology are being developed to keep up with accelerating shift of sustainability. So how we construction technique? Using low volatile organic compound paint. Using low volatile organic compound paint which is generate less polluted gases. Plywood process without using formaldehyde. Install a big window for the fresh air and natural light. Install energy and water efficient application. Install low emitting carpet. Proper site selection and prevention of pollution. Prevention of pollution. Then after water system, store, recycle and reuse. So using low use application like recycle grey water can be used in irrigation. Grey water means in the kitchen. Kitchen water can be used, kitchen waste water can be used for the irrigation. Right? Then using a flush toilet. Flush toilet using 90% of water saving. Flush toilet will be 90% of water saving. Composite toilet that can be reduced waste volume by 90% and human waste mixed with plant matters. Water heating, water pipes should be insulted. And then after we use solar water heating. These are the water system. Now indoor air quality. So sustainable way to indoor air quality is select low emission material, plant as an environmental cleaner. So we can improve indoor air quality by this method. Now zero energy building. Building specifically designed and engineered to rely on renewable source of energy. Building specially designed and engineered to rely on renewable source of energy, allowing them to independence of the electrical grid. Not only save energy but also prevent additional greenhouse gas emission. These are the three methods for the ensuring zero energy building. Then after, how to manage a construction waste. First, reduce. Reduce means avoidance of source reduce is considered as a best strategy of waste material. Means avoiding the use of material which is harm for the environment, which is costly, which is not sustainable. Avoid this material. That means the waste management will be best. Then after reuse. Reuse means reuse the material. Okay? Some material can be used again. It's called reuse. And reuse material can be length of the life. Increase a length of the life. Then after recycle. Recycle means involve a new material, invent a new material. So reuse means what? There is one material which we use one time, then after we use it again, it's called reuse. But recycle means what? We use it one time, then after we combine with other material and create something new. Create something new. It's called recycle. Right? Create a new material is called recycle. Then after trade and dispose. First of all reduce, then after reuse, then recycle, and last state dispose will be perfect method which will be not affect the environment. Right? Construction waste which cannot be reduced, cannot be reused and cannot be recycled, this material can be dumping perfect method which is cannot affect on environment. It's called treat and dispose. Right? These are the four methods for management of construction waste. Now I give some practice question. Discuss the codes and standard governing infrastructure development and describe various methodology for ensuring sustainability in construction. Okay, try to write down these two methods. Okay, so our lecture is finished. Next lecture we will starting module 4. Till then,